Hey everyone, Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
That was almost in sync. Good job, Matt.
I know,
We didn't
close.
practice at all. Yeah, so much for that one.
Yes.
Yeah, Merry Christmas all. And I hope today brings some rest, some relaxation, but also a lot of joy and love and gift giving, and not too much stress over uh, tantrums that kids inevitably have over not getting a toy or fighting over a new toy. The sky's the limit and the emotions run all over the place for Christmas.
Hmm.
So, yeah. But we
Love it.
figured today is a rest day and we just want to do a quick um, share on two traditions, one from Matt and one from me, of how we have celebrated Christmas. So, Matt, why don't you go first? Then I'll share mine.
Okay, mine's a quick story. A number of years ago, the church I was pastoring at the time, we had a guy end up in the hospital on Christmas Day, and he was just one of those people that everybody loves. My kids love this guy, so I said I'm going to go see him in the hospital. He said, "Oh, we want to come see Mr. Ed too." So I said, "Okay." We just all piled in, and at the spur of the moment, at a gas station run by the hospital, we grabbed some donuts because we saw there's nurses got to work on Christmas Day. And we saw how much it just brought joy to their faces because they're there pulling the shift and things like that away from their families. And so ever since then, it's been a tradition in our family where we make some cards and put some cash in some envelopes. And as we're usually driving somewhere on Christmas Day to see family, stop at gas station, drugstore, whatever, and give those to folks that are having to work and doing things so the rest of us can have our times off
Yeah.
and enjoy ourselves and travel and do whatever we do. Just to bring some joy and some light for those folks who are often going unnoticed.
I love that. I love that. And I'm sure some of us that are on this journey together that you may be listening to this and it's right before you're a shift, heading off to do a shift or coming home from a shift. And so thank you from Matt and I
Yes,
that you are working on a day that so many find as a space of joy and family orientation, right?
we're making it all
Um,
happen.
for me, mine is not service oriented. Mine's a little more hokey and cheesy, but
Okay.
my family, we are all singers. So my parents and my sister and I all sing in various forms and not professional by any means. But my dad has sung in our church choir since I don't even remember when, long before I was born. And so as my sister and I got older, we wanted to go to the midnight mass, the more solemn adult mass rather than the kids, Christmas Eve mass. And I think I was a freshman, my sister was in eighth grade, and we joined the choir with my dad. And so my mom said, well, I'm going to do this too. And it was kind of a joke in our church that it was the Anderson Family Singers, but for a better part of a decade, the four of us were the rock of the Christmas midnight mass,
Mhm.
along with a handful of others. But it became something that I truly miss. And when my wife and I got married, that was something we bonded over is our love of the music and the ministry of song that really enhances a mass or a church service. And so both of my girls love to sing, but my wife is not musically talented or gifted, and my children are developing their talents, to put it as loving as possible. And so we'll see if that tradition returns as my girls get older. But I've definitely joined our Christmas Eve midnight mass at our local church now, and it's been a true blessing to kind of reconnect with that as an adult after many years of being away from the Catholic Church. So I love.
That's not hokey at all. That's, I mean,
Well, okay, I made it a little more.
music serves people in some very deep ways and brings hope and joy, and ignites those things in people. So that's fantastic.
True, and I will not deny that I got a little emotional remembering that on the spur of the moment,
Yeah,
and
it's
that's okay too. So, I think the
yeah.
hokiness was the Anderson Family Singers piece that we were dubbed in the church, um, but we would love to hear from you all. So feel free to comment or share
Mhm.
how you feel you can with the traditions that you've started with your family, because we are
Mhm.
nothing without our traditions and what makes us unique and special. So we would love to hear that and compare notes, so to speak, in the best way possible. But
Great.
um, In the meantime, Merry Christmas again, and thank you all for being on
To
this
you all.
journey. We've got a few days left, and we will see you tomorrow.
See you then.